Welcome to From Zero to Knowledge, an explainer series brought to you by House of ZK. My name is Ashley, and I'm joined today by Vanishree. And we're going to dive in a little bit deeper into the decisions a developer might need to make when they are embracing zero knowledge proofs. We'll start with the ZK supply chain.
Right. So the goal here is to put together a lot of what we have discussed into what it really means to embrace ZK for a developer. So for a developer, they really only care about cost, time, and security. And this is the first order constraints that they have. This translates into their choice of proof system. What is the hardware they will choose for proof generation, because that is the most resource-intensive part of the ZK stack. What is the proving infrastructure they will choose? In other words, what is the proof market they will generate proofs on? Of course, I wanted to say here that when you choose a proof system, you will end up also having to choose, do you want to use custom circuits or ZK VMs? And also they will have to choose what is the verification infrastructure. They could use, which means that they'll have to choose a settlement layer. So let's see, typically, let's run through how this looks like step by step in terms of embracing ZK. So a developer first chooses a proof system, and after having chosen the proof system, they are, of course, starting with their cost, time, and security, and also the computation that they want to prove, right? With that computation, with the proof system, you get a prover and a verifier algorithm. Think of them as binaries now. The first thing you will do is, once you choose a proof market, you will deploy this prover onto this proof market, and we'll deploy the verifier, and you will take that verifier, put it in the part of your smart contract, and deploy that on a settlement layer. Right? And you have these folks that need to generate proofs. Let's say these are end users or validators, etc. Some entities in your protocol want to generate proofs. Now that you have prepped your entire system, you say that whenever they want to generate a proof, they send the inputs to the proof market, and they can either get back the proof, or you can say that the proof market actually sends the proof directly to where it should go. Right, this is the proof, sorry, typically denoted as pi. Pi can either come here, or it can go to wherever it is supposed to go, the settlement layer. So this really is the high-level supply chain. We also talked about aggregation, and really aggregation is proof generation. It's a special type of proof, right? Where you're actually creating proof that takes a bunch of proofs together and creates a new. There's one proof that stands in for correct verification of multiple proofs, right? That is aggregation. It's a type of proof generation, and a proof market can also generate that proof. So if you double click, this is where aggregation also is. So this really is at a very high level how the ZK supply chain looks like.
Do you have any advice for a developer who's starting to make these decisions and set this up for the first time, especially when it comes to trade-offs between cost, time, and security?
That's a great question. I think it is very hard to say that this is the exact cost that I want to go with, this is the exact time I can aim for. It always is good to think through a range and let your proof market set a knob per this trade-off. If you want faster proofs, you tend to have to pay higher. If you want lower cost, you tend to have to wait a little bit longer. So it's a trade-off. And you want a proof market that understands the trade-off, and you want to go to a proof market with this, and you specify your cost and time in their ranges, and let your proof market. So what Fermah does is that it helps you choose your right hardware configuration. You come with your choice of proof system, let's say, or we can also help you choose your proof system because we are a incredibly neutral proving layer. We are not building any proof system. When I actually brought up this custom circuits versus ZKVM debate, people mistook us as people who are actually building DSL for custom circuits. But no, we actually this was just in honest in all intellectual honesty that I thought and put it out there for people to debate. But we are not building any proof system, and our proof market is a credibly neutral testing ground for people to choose a proof system and a hardware configuration and help them set their knob towards either towards cost efficiency or towards low latency. And our proof market for that takes as input your range of time and your range of cost that you can bear. Right. This is how, so to your question on how they should set their cost and time, it's a very business, it's a very product-driven question that is not dependent on any proof system, etc. It has its origin elsewhere in the product. And you take that and you try to make things, maybe you're too aggressive with your requirements. Maybe the world tells you that proof systems are not not at the level of advancements where, and probably may not be in the future, but at least now they're not at the level of advancements where it can fit in your range. Maybe they're completely off. Maybe there is no point in the knob where both can be satisfied. It's a feedback that goes back to you into your product. You set things up, you come back with something more amenable to the current state of the world, and you set your knob, and then you go through the next steps.
Wow. Okay. So based on a developer's priorities between cost, time, and security, they would use this kind of framework to make the choices that suit their application. And Fermah makes things a lot easier when it comes to their proof market.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.